Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Imagine a Bodgie from Straya video where I do not begin the video off by saying, "G'day Bodgies and widgies, and welcome back to the channel." I cannot believe the power that you guys have. We've hit 500 subscribers and I am so happy. I never expected us to, well, I mean, I kind of did, but I just didn't expect that it would happen so soon. It's only been a year since we've had the channel, but let's hold it right there because we're not going to be celebrating today. The reason is because I've actually been working on a bit of a project and I cannot wait to unveil it to you guys. However, the only hiccup is that I'm waiting for the actual fish to arrive. I'm not going to reveal too much, right? Okay, I should stop talking about that. But today, we're going to have a look at some of the fish, which I haven't really showed off on the channel just because I haven't gotten around to doing an update video on them. But today, we're going to do that. We're going to bring you up to speed with some of the fish other than my 5-foot aquarium, which is the background of all of my videos, and have a look at my Bettas, my Julidochromis, my South American L397 collection fish, jumbo tank, and we're just going to see how they're doing. So before we get into this video, massive thank you to the traditional custodians of the land I'm filming on, the land that you're watching this video on, and also the really amazing people that are managing our land at the moment, like our councils, park rangers, and everyone great like that. But without further ado, let's have a look at these fish and we'll take it from there. Cool? Okay, the first aquarium we're going to have a look at is my Betta aquarium. This tank is really becoming one of my most favorite aquariums at this point, and it's just because of how amazing it looks. When we look at the Bettas in this tank, we've got two Bettas. One of them I know is definitely a male. The other one is a lot more confusing. I don't know if it's a male or a female, because I think it's a female, but it acts and looks like a male, so if any of you guys know, then please let me know in the comment section down below. Can't talk today. But when we look at those two Bettas, they're red and gold, and the red one is actually named the Great Leonopteryx, and the gold one is named Banshee. Now, the reason I gave them these unconventional names is because Great Leonopteryx and the Banshee are both giant flying dino birds from the movie Avatar by James Cameron, and these have very similar color schemes, so I just went with those names. They sound really cool. When we look at the tank itself, it was actually gifted to me by 7fishes.com, along with these Bettas as well. And if you're looking to get Bettas for yourself, I would definitely recommend them. It's just a really great online Betta aquarium store that ship Australia-wide, and they have an amazing selection of Bettas. But this tank was given to me by them to make a review video on, which is coming very soon. And basically what I've done is I've sort of utilized the back filtration section to be this really cool, like immersed sort of pond style growth where there's like rush plants, there's tons of like pothos, and I'm slowly just adding more and more immersed plants to that area, and it's becoming really cool. In the tank itself, we've got like these giant bits of water lettuce and also Amazon frog bit, which have these really crazy roots that go all the way down to the bottom of the tank, and the Bettas slowly swim through it all. It's just a really cool fish, and they have tons of amazing personality and really great color. So I am slowly working on a really awesome video that I want to bring out about the Bettas. So if you want to see that and more Betta related content, please let me know in the comment section down below. And also, if you have any tips about breeding Bettas, also let me know, because I may or may not be considering to get more females. But that sort of sums up the entirety of the Betta tank. So then we move down a shelf on the rack, and directly under the Betta aquarium, we have my dwarf African cichlids, specifically the Julidochromis. I think that's what their name is, but I just didn't do much research about their scientific name. Now, these guys, I would say, are probably one of the most best and affordable nano African cichlids. They get to a fairly decent size, but I'm still learning a lot about these fish in terms of their behavior, how they spend most of their day, what their aggression is like. And overall, they're just such an amazing fish. Really amazing colors, a great body shape, and they shimmer like crazy under the aquarium light. just a really awesome fish, and they're always darting in between the rocks and displaying themselves to each other. And just a very simple fish to take care of as well. And it's by far probably one of the most simplest and easiest aquariums I set up. Just a bit of like coarse gravel and like some crushed coral to increase the pH. And then we've got a sponge filter, we've got a heater, and just the 6 fish. So they're doing really well. I think they were the first fish that I've added to the rack, and they've settled in absolutely amazingly, and I really want to breed them and get probably like an established pair in that aquarium. And then with the rest we could set up a sort of like a medium African cichlid tank, or we could always put them in the African cichlid 5-foot aquarium as well. So they're doing really, really well. Then we move down another shelf and we get to my, I'm gonna say it's an L397 breeding aquarium. However, take that with a grain of salt, because at the moment there is a crazy assortment of fish in there. We've got my 3 wild caught L397 Plecos, one of the most prized possessions that I have, and probably the second most favorite fish I own after Jill, my Jack Dempsey. But they're a really cool Pleco that I was able to get imported from South America, and they are doing really well. I've got one big female, I think, but I'm going to post a picture up on video now, and if you guys are able to tell the gender, then please let me know in the comment section down below. I also have 2 juveniles that are growing up. They're probably still got about 10 months or so before they reach maturity is what I'm thinking, because the female is about 3 years old at this point. The 2 juveniles, I'd probably say they're about 2 years maybe. So they're doing really well. Along with them, I've got about 5 or 6 bristlenose that I'm trying to grow out and breed, and they're doing great. I've also got a handful of Bolivian rams that I want to really highlight them in an aquarium because they're a beautiful and underrated fish, but they're doing great in that tank. It's perfect environment for them. They love the water conditions, and they're growing much, much more faster than they were in a 4-foot tank, which is really crazy to be thinking about. But we've got a common whiptail catfish in there, and a few other fish that are hiding around, like a red-tailed shark. We've got a wild Betta in that tank. We've got a platy. We've got a female gold danio, which is sort of like a breeding project where the male unfortunately passed away. I think it was just from stress, but we do have a clutch of babies which are right here, but they're way too small to be seen on camera. So they're all doing well. And then I've also got my handful of Corydoras in that tank. Again, I really want to set up like a bookshelf tank for the Corys and really highlight the really amazing behavior that bronze Corydoras have, but they are doing really, really well. And there's about, well, I started off with a male and a female in that tank. Now there's about 12 or so babies, and just, it's a really odd looking tank. Whereas when we see some of my other aquariums, they're very well kept. Whereas this one is just a very naturalistic biotope style tank where it's like black water, tons of wood, the plecos make a ton of mess, but it's a great and thriving tank. So that was pretty much a really quick summary about the tanks on the rack. Now, there is one aquarium there which has got nothing in it. It's a completely spare, empty 10-gallon aquarium, and I want to leave that to you guys to decide what you want to see done with that aquarium. So that's where the competition, contest type of thing comes in place, but I want to see a big involvement from each and every single one of you guys in the Bodgie and widgie community of Straya. So that tank, nothing in it, and in the comment section, I want you to comment what you want to see done with that tank. So if you want to see like a low-tech planted aquarium, or like an axolotl tank, or like shrimp only, or something of that sort, let me know in the comment section down below. Now, if you see a suggestion that you like, give that a thumbs up, reply to it, something of that sort, so you can highlight that comment to me, and based off that, we'll pick a winner, we'll get their input, hopefully get you guys featured on the channel a little bit, and once we do that, we can then create a dedicated series or video to setting up that aquarium and putting in the inhabitants that you guys choose. So massive, massive thank you for watching. If you want to see more updates like this, again, please give this video a thumbs up or anything of that sort. But love each and every single one of you, and as always, stay happy, stay safe, stay Aussie Australian, Bodgie out.